Okay, it's time to tackle his room. Um, this is gonna be a process because I just ordered the things I want for his bedroom, for his new look for his bedroom from Wayfair last night, and it's not gonna come for a couple of weeks. So I figured I would paint in here. First and foremost, we have to clean up all of his things. He started making his own comic books now, so there's papers everywhere. So that means I am going to pull our small desk we actually have in our garage that we're going to get rid of. Thankfully, we didn't. We're going to put it right where his dresser is, move his dresser into his closet because he has a pretty big closet. It's a walk in closet. We're going to move his shoes over there in the corner. As you can see, he doesn't really use his shoe rack, so just having them over here in the corner, I don't know how and where we're going to put it because we have his bucket here with his extra stuffed animals. And most of the things that are hanging up are just jackets because he wears like sports attire every day. So like collared shirts and button down shirts are not his jam anymore. They just are here because they still fit him. And up here, I guess it could be organized a little bit better, but he doesn't really have much. So that's where we keep his luggage, his extra pillow in case somebody comes over or just because. And yeah, this is our boy's room that I'm going to slowly take my time to switch over. Now that I've dusted the walls, I'm gonna go to Home Depot to get a paint edger so I can do up there like easier or quicker mostly. And I need to get all new plates because the previous owners painted the house, this room blue, and didn't even take the time and take these off. So, I mean, this is terrible. Like, there's blue there, and there's a little bit of blue here. Just, it's blue everywhere. You can tell definitely up there. Ever since we moved in, I hated this room because I can see all the shoddy paint work. Because even, it's too far away for you to see, but even all the way up here in the corner above his window, it's just like blue in the ceiling, and it's just, I literally cannot anymore. And we have ceiling paint, so I'm gonna paint that first, I believe, and of course do the baseboards and all the fun stuff. Not quite tall enough yet. Here's an overview of all the painting that we've done. We've already done 2 coats. You can see that it is still drying. My son did a really good job. It worked out perfectly for us because he was just tall enough to not touch the ceiling, but he definitely hit baseboards, which didn't matter. My handsome husband is updating one of his outlets so he can just plug in his iPad directly. I'm showing you the 2 painter's tapes that I'm using. One to go around the window and to go right on top of the baseboards. And the one with the plastic is the one for me. So I try to get as little paint on the carpet as possible. Now here I am pushing this underneath the baseboard, so when I paint them, the paint will not be getting on the carpet, and I can paint the full baseboard without any concern of getting the paint on the carpet that I would love to replace one day. This obviously is a little tedious, but I know in the long run it's gonna make me painting the baseboards, as you can see, that has lots of gray, but that's fine. I need to get a sealer or something to cover this crack. I stirred the cabinet door in trim paint for about 2 minutes to make sure that it was well mixed. I was gonna wait till tomorrow to do the third and final coat, but it's been like 3 or 4 hours, so I figured I'll just do it now because I kind of want to be done with painting. Not that like there's any rush or anything, because we still have maybe like a week before his bed comes and everything else, so I just want to be done with painting. So here I go. Here it is the next day. The paint is all dry. I am sporting my husband's shirt, and I'm also sporting a Coolio inspired hairstyle this morning. This is the absolute cleanest his room will ever be because it's completely empty. So I figured while we're waiting for everything to come, it's going to be a couple more days for his bed, and today is the 3rd. His mattress is not supposed to come until the 15th, so it's going to be a minute before he can come back in here and enjoy his new room. And I need to double check to see when the wallpaper is coming. So yeah, I just decided to, since everything's out of here, may as well shampoo his rug because I can get to everywhere. See if I can try to get these spots up here, and that's pretty much it. His carpet is clean, but it can always be cleaner. This is my son's playroom, and here's a little bit of syrup he spilled yesterday. So I asked him to clean a section of his playroom because it's still got a lot of stuff happening here. He says he's still playing and recording, so yeah, I asked him to clean and vacuum this part for me so I can just, because usually this is kind of like the section where he eats, so that's probably another reason. That's another reason why his bedroom carpet is so clean, because he doesn't eat in there. He usually eats over here, plugs up his laptop, and just watches videos and plays games over there. But anyway, let me get to cleaning. We decided to put a desk in his room because you saw all the paper he has on the floor. So this is a desk that my husband's nephew gave us because he was moving out of his apartment. It's a nice size, but as you can see, the top has been through some things. So I bought some plywood, and I'm gonna hopefully make a nice new top for it. I'm gonna cover this hole. He doesn't need it. I'm gonna take this off to make it flush. When I put the plywood on the drawer, I can clean that out. It's fine. It's gonna have all his stuff in there anyway. But this is my project for me to try to figure out, make it look nice. And I bought some paint that was on sale actually. It's like a dark navy. So I'm gonna paint the plywood and then put a good coat of polyurethane on top of it. I'm hoping that I can round the edges off just a little bit because yeah, this plywood is very splintery, as you can see. So when I cut it, I'm gonna put tape over it so it won't splinter as bad. And I'm gonna make sure that the splintering will be on one side so I can flip it over so it won't look so bad. Today was apparently delivery day because we got his bench and we got his bed. I already put his bench together. All I had to do was just screw the legs on and that's fine. We should be getting one of his sheet sets from Target today, and they still have not shipped his mattress, so I don't know how long we're gonna have to wait for his bed to be completely finished. And also today, by end of day, Amazon is shipping the wallpaper. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But let me go ahead and get started putting this bed together. That belly rub wasn't enough for her, and she just wanted to play. Here's a picture of it all done. Towards the end, my son did come in and help put in the last few screws. After trying to make it start from the top, I found that it was so much easier for me to start the strip from the bottom. No matter how I tried to get this seam to not be visible, I couldn't get it. So I just went ahead to Home Depot and I got color matched with the paint to paint this seam. I should have taped it off so it'd be a straighter line, but you can't see it when you look at the wall. His room makeover is all finished. I kept everything outside the same because it really doesn't matter to him. And I love this print that he did when he was in pre-K, I believe. So I'm going to leave it on his door until he decides to take it off because I still love it. I'm so excited about his room. I love the color, and his drapes are the same, the blue, and we changed his chest. It's a little bit wider, more mature, I guess, because it doesn't have Lightning McQueen all over it. I kept his flute things over here. His flute is tucked on the other side of the bench, so he can just pull it out and sit and practice. We moved his dresser into his closet, and now he has a working area for his desk or whenever he draws his comics. I put up a shelf. I got this from Target. And one of the best parts of his room is this accent wall. I love this so much. I put up crown molding just on this wall up here to make it look more finished and professional. And he got a new bed. He actually helped me put it together. It wasn't that difficult to put together. It's a platform bed. It's a full mattress, so he got all that new. We kept his bookshelf, and we also kept his filing cabinet, which is really good because lately he's been making comic books for whatever he wants. So we've just got him a whole filing system so he can just put it all in there. And I painted his filing cabinet. I was going to paint it white, but I thought it was too stark, so I went ahead with a very light gray. It's actually called Hush in Bear. We kept his bookshelf. Only thing I changed out was his drawer pulls. They were like tan and brown. Not really the aesthetic I wanted for his room anymore. Got him a new rocket lamp. I kept this because I love this saying. And it still kind of goes because it's, you know, the whole world basically. And yeah, it's really great. I was going to go ahead and get him some, space related things, excuse me, to decorate his room, but I just decided to use the toys he already had, and he had a lot of toys. He still has a lot of toys. I kept his Kai because it was cute, and the red looks really great against the blue. And his D lights up. It's on a timer, 6 hours on, 18 hours off. And I love this rabbit. I think I might keep it up year round because it is so adorable. I got it from Hobby Lobby. Cool thing about his lamp, it's completely unnecessary, but it can change colors. He actually has an app on his iPad where he can decide which color he wants. And right now we're going for, like, it's called Ocean right now, so it's all different kinds of blues. It transitions. And we kept his whiteboard. It's all clean right now because school is pretty much over. So now he can just do whatever he wants with it. And right now on his windowsill, he is growing some grass, wheatgrass actually, for his father, because we have a wheatgrass juicer now. So something for, I guess, him to do. But I am so in love with his room. It is so amazing, and it was a little bit more than I thought it would be, but it's fine because it turned out so great. It could have been more because we could have spent money for a nightstand, could have spent money for his bookshelf, and could have spent money for his desk, which was actually free because my husband's nephew gave it to us. So only thing I did was put plywood top on it because the top of it was all scratched up and dark. And I thought the room was already dark enough, so that's why I did a light wood, did a couple of layers of polyurethane on it so it'll stay nice and fresh for as long as possible. This is the end of the video. I love the way his room turned out. The only thing that I don't love is the fact that I have to redo the top of his filing cabinet. I painted it and then I covered the top with polyurethane because I was trying to protect the paint from getting waterlogged from him pressing glasses on top of it. But it has since turned yellow and it's been weeks, so the yellow is very prominent now. So I have to sand it down and I just go ahead and repaint it the light gray. But the most important thing is that he absolutely loves his room, and that's all that matters.